I spent $4,000 on a life coach. Yes, you heard me correctly. I spent $4,000 on a life coach and it changed everything for me. It was completely worth it. If you are still on this video, thank you so much. Thank you for clicking on my pretty face. My name is Lesline and I am your favorite nurse yogi. I am a registered nurse with 12 years of experience. I'm also a certified yoga instructor with 5 years of teaching experience. I have been practicing yoga personally since 2009, and my first yoga class that I took where I was a student was in a Bikram hot yoga studio. Make sure that you are here, you're here right now, that you like this video and you subscribe. Make sure, double, triple check that you are subscribed. I'm currently doing 1,000 days. Oh my gosh. I'm currently doing 100 days straight of YouTube. And one of the goals is to hit 1,000 subscribers. I do this every time. And we're going to get into the video of, is life coaching worth it? Because I feel like it's a really interesting time to be in right now where, you can get all of the help that you truly deserve online. Like I am here to tell you, like, my story is a positive story, but I know there are some people online that unfortunately haven't, not a positive, it's a negative story for them where they wasted thousands and thousands of dollars to not even get an email from the person, right? So at time of recording, I have 983 subscribers. We are less than 20 subscribers away. And at time of recording, I do this in each video lately. At time of recording, it is March 2nd, 2026. Happy Women's History Month. We just finished Black History Month. Now it's Black Women's History Month. If you know Jessie Woo. She always puts Black women in front of every single month, and I love that. So let's just get into why life coaching is worth it. Okay, so at the time when I did get life coaching, that was now 5 years ago. So it was in 2021. I had 2 little ones. I have a boy and a girl, 7 and 6 at time of recording this video. But at the time, my son was still months. Like we were still saying like 18, 19 months. And then my daughter was like 9 months. I'm doing this very quick math, but they are Irish twins. So they are less than 18 months apart. So I was going through it. And yes, I have incredible support. I am married to my husband of now 10 years. I've known him my whole life, like pretty much my whole life, half my life. He's my first in everything. TMI. But yeah, that's where we are. Okay. Just to give you guys context, I feel like when you hear of, this is a little of a little bit of a caveat, but I have a really great support. And when you have really great support and you don't realize you have really great support, I don't hear this conversation enough. I need to share it, right? And I have talked with friends before and they're like, I'm afraid to share like how good I have it because online is a lot of struggle and y'all like to see that too. I've realized, which is so interesting, people react more so to negative things. Negative things, unfortunately, go viral. But the people that are trying to put good out in the world, I'm working on my strategy. One could argue my strategy can be better. But people that are generally trying to put good out in the world, like we barely have followers. And it's not about followers, but at the same time, I just find it so interesting what stops the scroll. Like people, I guess, are more wired to want to see negative, and I make sure my algorithm is not like that. I try my best, hide, block. I do all of the things to curate my algorithm. And don't get me wrong, though, that can almost be that groupthink, toxic positivity, right? So I make sure that I am aware of what is taking place in the world. But I can only take so much of the shit that is going on in the world. Okay, so at the time, had 2 little ones. I was going through postpartum blues and I did not see the light at the end of the tunnel. So at that time, I decided to hire a therapist, and I will try my best to leave that video alone, leave the video below where I talk about my postpartum intrusive thoughts. I did not know that that was a thing. And like I shared with you all, my resume, I am a registered nurse, but nurses are the worst patients. And I didn't know that this was a thing. And also I was like, I can't go through this. I'm a nurse. Like all this pride, all this ego. So when I had those thoughts, I immediately hired a therapist. And within a few months of hiring a therapist, I hired a life coach. So I just want to be clear with that. And I'll leave another video. I'm going to leave these 2 videos. I need to write this down for editing, Leslie, because there is a lot of miseducation about the difference between therapy and life coaching. So therapy, life coach, and then the postpartum intrusive thoughts. Please, intrusive, go watch those to get educated. So these 100 days that I'm in right now, it's like day 25 or 26. These videos are resources for you. Like I said, you can get support online. Also, the world is literally at your hand. Like you can get whatever you need for free at the palm of your hands. It's just a matter of discernment, right? And that's where this whole life coaching thing comes into play, because if you don't have good discernment, you will hire any and anybody because of vanity metrics, aka meaning, oh, well, they have 1 million followers, so of course they can help me. No. So I was in therapy at that time. I was in crisis, but I was committed to healing. Therapy it helped me survive. Okay, so therapy was like, I don't like that saying. I have a script to kind of stay on there, but some of the things this thing be saying, I just be like, no, I don't want to say that. So why did I do both? Therapy was to help me stabilize, to help me process me becoming a new mom, going through the pandemic with 2 little ones, me transitioning from not being a mom to being a mom. Do you see where I'm going? Coaching helped give me direction, action. It was future oriented. 2 different roles. Both were necessary for me, Leslie. Okay. So what did the $4,000 give me? And at hindsight is 2020, because now, and this is at time of recording, but now I coach myself. I have my own 12-week health program where I give women the tools they need to live their healthiest life, period. That will be down below for you as well. And to work with me is a $5,000 investment, because I know firsthand, and I'll say this as well, in order to charge the prices you charge, if maybe you're somebody that is a coach, right, and you're struggling with pricing, you need to invest in other people first, so you can be like really comfortable and like, no, the price is the price, because it's so much energy. People tell me all the time, like, hell, I was at the car dealership, y'all. They're about to sell me another car. That's a whole other story. I was like, no, I'm just getting my car serviced. And I went up to the girl. She was in a shit mood. And I made sure, I look, prim and proper. I had myself together. Made sure I smelled good. I'm saying that because it's relevant to the story. And she was in such a shit mood. And I had to walk in. That's another thing, because normally they come to your car. And I was like, hi, can I be helped? Right? And so then she's like, what do you need help with? Just gray cloud. And then like, she smelled me. I guess she got a whiff. She's like, you smell good. And then her mood just picked up, and then she like saw what I was wearing, and then it's that energetic transfer that happens when you have a conversation with somebody. My energy naturally is like, you want to talk to me. My energy is just it's creme de la creme, right? So with that being said, the life coach that I hired, she's on that same level of like creme de la creme energy. People want to work with her. People just want whatever she has, and so that gave me the courage. Like, I can charge $5,000 because I paid somebody $4,000 5 years ago to help me just get out of the funk I was in. So $4,000 gave me clarity. It gave me accountability, perspective. It also gave me it gave me those 3 things: clarity, accountability, and perspective. My life coach didn't save me. There's no savior complex. No, y'all. And if you are a subscriber of mine and you're, aligned with how I align with things, the savior complex, she supported me though. I needed that support outside of my husband, outside of friends, because I didn't at the time too, I didn't really have a lot of I don't know if I had like 2 mom friends at the time. Now I have way more. And also it's important to have mom friends that have kids that are similar to your age. But that took finding those mom friends that were like we're in the thick of toddlers and little 2 kids under 2. That only happened, like I only found the courage to step out because of my life coach, because of my therapist. I'm going to skip that. So who coaching is for? Coaching is for a person that is, you're stable, like you're mentally and emotionally stable. Okay. I need to be clear with that. You are mentally and emotionally stable. Okay. To act on what the coach is going to recommend for you to do, because the life coach that I hired, because that was a question I also got recently, like the person that was asking me, like, what's the difference between life coaching and therapy? The question, they were like, well, I need somebody like for business coaching. That is different. So like the person that I hired, she kind of was like an umbrella, but the reason I hired her, like when I say umbrella, like she did also help me start my wellness business. But the reason I hired her is for confidence. I wanted her confidence. And that sounds silly to say, but I wanted her confidence. And so she gave me the tools so I can have my own confidence, right? And also coaching is for people who are ready to take ownership. Like you're ready to be like, I did fuck up there. Like you're ready to take accountability. You're not playing victim, or you're done playing victim. Like you're like, okay, my whole life I've been playing victim. I've been pointing fingers. I've never taken accountability. Like I'm ready to learn how to take that accountability. And that's why I feel like therapy and coaching, they need to be together. They need to be married. And I feel like therapists and life coaches need to talk with one another to like, bounce off clients, if you will. This is how we make more money, all these things. But because when you are a coach, because I am certified as a coach through the International Coaching Federation, sometimes when people talk with you, and this is also because I am a registered nurse, I have that clinical background, and I also did like almost all of psych NP school, but I digress. I'll be like, oh, you need some stability, like mentally, like you need some meds. And that's no offense at all. Like sometimes you just need a little bit of Seroquel. Sometimes you need maybe an Ambien. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like you just need a medication. Like it's not life coaching for you, honey, right now. And so you just need to know that, right? So coaching is not for active stabilization or avoiding responsibility. Because that's something too, is like you have to be clear. And I know, so that's why the only way to be clear, and this goes back to, yes, investing in the life coach gave me clarity, but you need to be clear why you're hiring a life coach. And if you don't have that clarity, like you're saying 11 things of why you need a life coach, you need to hire a therapist, because maybe it could be like undiagnosed ADHD where you're just like, you want to do 5,000 things, which is amazing. But I was listening actually to Rachel Rogers, and she was like, she said something along the lines of like the focus is in the boring or something like that, where it's like you have to just hone in on the one thing over and over and over and over again, even if you feel like it's not working. That's for me, because that was why I went back to school, because I felt like my yoga business wasn't working. I didn't make the 6 figures. I wasn't a millionaire yet. I wasn't selling out my products regularly, but it was because I needed to refine my strategy, right? And I'm now in a better place, but I digress. This is about you, not me. So now I have clarity. I'm disciplined. I trust the hell out of myself, even when. So with self-trust, it there's days where you're just like, what the fuck am I doing, right? But I know that that I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be on, right? So let's see. That's really it. This is only, so I'm supposed to also, y'all, I'm supposed to be doing, okay, we can continue. So yeah, so the $4,000, let me give you like, cause I like to know this. I did not have 4,000 liquid to give. Like I did not have $4,000 cash under my bed or in my savings account to give. I took out a personal loan, because keep in mind, I want to say this, we had just bought a house. So it was maybe we had been in the house now for 2021. We've been in the house for 3 years. Okay, so it's not old, but it's not new. Was I on leave, or I was about to go back to work. What else? I didn't have the 4,000, so I had to take out a personal loan. And I actually shared last year that I was able to pay off. Like, I finally paid it off. The loan was going to be paid off in December 2025. I paid it off like in the middle of 2025 last year because of a brand deal. Like, I think it was like an $800, or I think it was like $1,000 brand deal that I got. Like, I like to say these numbers to you to keep things into perspective, because I feel like people will just like, yeah, I made all this money. What is all this money? What is all this money? Because all this money and all this money are two different things. So I made, a decent amount or whatever. And I was like, oh, let me just pay off this loan. So I paid off that loan last year. I was super proud of myself, and I wouldn't have been able to pay it off, quicker than anticipated if it wasn't for me showing up here online, creating content, right? And the only way, because that's a question I get all the time too, is like, how do you show up so consistently, right? Like, doing this 100 days of YouTube, it is scary, but I'm still mulling on what I'm about to say. I have a superpower. I believe we all actually have a superpower. It's just a matter of leaning into it and realizing that your superpower, it comes easy to you and not to others. My superpower is that I am consistent. You thought I was going to say something else, like something woo-woo or whatever, which I love people that have the woo-woo supernatural gifts. I think that's so beautiful. No, man. I'm just a consistent motherfucker. I am just consistent down. I should get a necklace that says that. Consistent baddie. Because I am just driven. I don't know if it's because of me being first generation Jamaican American. I don't know if is it in my DNA? One could argue yes. Because you can teach somebody how to be consistent. But if they don't want to do it, they ain't going to do it. Right? So I'm still mulling. That's why I'm pausing, because I'm still mulling on how to, look, my nail polish, it came off. Mulling out how to say that in a packagey marketing way to continue to attract, new customers, if I'm going to be really frank with you. But that's my hack, is that my superpower is consistency. So because I'm consistent is why I continue to get opportunities, why people are like, damn, I want to be like you, and how. And it's because no matter what, I am going to show up online. Doesn't matter if I just got a new job. It doesn't matter if I got to pick up my kids in 10 minutes from school. It doesn't matter if I broke my SD adapter. It doesn't matter if I don't know what I'm going to say. Because that was today. Today, I was like, crap, what are we going to talk about today? And I realized this may be I'm hoping this is the first time you're seeing my face in your life. And so you're like, oh my gosh, yes, subscribe, right? Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. And so with that being said, I have to repeat. And that's where I struggle with, is that I don't repeat. I think that you already heard what I said. And then, like, I'll be talking to friends and stuff. I was actually talking to somebody, and she was like, so I used to be really consistent on TikTok, and that also gave me the courage, if you will, that I know I'm going to be monetized here on YouTube before 2026 is over. I will easily have 1,000 subscribers, because I can see it. That I can see. 983, we're going to be there real short. But the monetization is going to happen before 2026 is over, because I'm a consistent baddie. And what gave me the courage to, like, really come over here on YouTube fully, because I left TikTok after all the weirdness, And I was like, I can't be everywhere because I was everywhere and that burned me out. And so like the craziness that happened this year at TikTok, I was like, I'm gonna actually use that as a sign, not an excuse, but I'm gonna really go hard on YouTube and Instagram. Instagram I post twice a day. YouTube I'm posting every day for the next 100 days. So I have an end, right, with YouTube. But this person I was talking to who follows me on TikTok, she was like, "Man, Leslie, you post so much." And I was like, "Girl, actually stop posting over there." And she's like, "Wow, that's funny. Like you have so much content that I'm still catching up." And I said, "Amazing. I love that. Like I love that for you." So I just wanted to share that because I don't know where I was going. Where were we going? I got distracted because I got a message for work. So I do have to wrap up. But if you, oh, that's where the TikTok thing came because I started getting monetized. I actually started getting monetized on Facebook. And then I started also not getting technically monetized on TikTok, but I started getting like I was doing TikTok shop. That was pretty cool. Got a, would make like $100, every, like I made $100 in like a month or two. It's not a lot, but what I'm getting at is on Facebook I'm monetized, and then I was making money on TikTok shop. I was making like, $4 here and there off of a product, right? The yoga bench, I had a yoga bench I'm looking at right now. That was doing really well. And then it got sold out. And then anyways, but I say all that to say, seeing that it could happen for me, because I don't know if you could relate to this, but you'll hear people talk online, but because you haven't seen it for yourself, you still don't fully believe that it can happen for you. So TikTok was kind of like an experiment for me, if you will, because I'm like, oh, I can make money online. I can do it, because I hadn't seen myself making money online until TikTok. And that's why I think it is a really great platform, because it's given people so much courage, permission, that an opportunity to make actual money. And so once that happened, I was like, okay, bet, let's go over here to YouTube. And then I saw Glow Autonomo. She's amazing. Make sure you follow her, who is doing 100 days. She's already passed. She's almost been posting every day for a full year. She's like, I'm doing this challenge. Do it. And let me know how your life changes. And so that's where I'm at. And I know like YouTube is the GOAT when it comes to monetization if you play the game the way you're supposed to. That's how anything works in life. So I'm here. I'm going to get in where I can fit in. And I'm going to close now because I got to get back to my corporate job. It's real life. Thank you so much for being here. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you. Like for real. Because for real, you're watching the video all the way through. Leave a star emoji if you watched all the way till the end. And I will see you tomorrow. Right here. Same time, same place. Same time, same place. Okay, bye.